What's up, guys? This is Wenzes. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about feeling isolated and feeling like you do not have any friends. And this is of course not just a thing you just think. You either have friends or you don't have friends, and you either are or feeling isolated or you're not. So I'm guessing if you're watching this, if this is something that resonates with you, yes, you are isolated right now. You do not have like the friends that give you the support you need. But I want to talk to you not only why that is, but how we can change that and how we look for something, like let's say for a solution in that direction when the direction is here and it's a completely different strategy. So I have been a master of wanting like friends, of feeling isolated. I remember starting as a teenager, sitting on my, I was sitting on my window front, like watching outside, looking outside, and it was dark. Like I remember it like yesterday, and I just pulled back the curtain and I sat there and I felt, oh, out there somewhere, there's like this cool social group that I can be a part of, and my life will be exciting. And like I took this with me for so long, and sometimes even went into the other extreme, meaning I felt like, so okay, I do not have friends, so my life will be boring, and that's just how it has to be, and I'm satisfied with that. None of these things has to happen at all. But the main problem, or the main mistake that I had been doing, was to think that there's a social group out there that if I would find them, I could be part of that, and that would be great. When in reality, like when you're imagining that, you see like this group and you just add yourself to the group. That will not happen, because the group that you imagine is based on your wishes, is based on your imagination. So the only way you can have this kind of group is if you are the center of this group, if you're the center of this social circle. And that does not mean that you have to like find 10 friends and then you're going to be the leader of the group and you're going to tell everybody how you want, like, what you want to do together or so on. See, the thing is this, like I have my, I don't know, maybe like 6, 7 closer friends, when before I had one friend and I had all the expectations that she's gonna fulfill everything I need in a friend. That was like my extreme phase where I said, yeah, okay, I'm kind of isolated, but I have this one cool friend and I can share as much with them. That was, of course, in my early 20s, and we went in college. And the older I get, as in the more adult I get, and the more I have like this life going on around me, it's very rare that you just like meet that one person who can be everything for you. And on top of everything, if I look back at it, I do not feel that it was worth it. And I do not mean that my friend wasn't like incredible for me. We're still like really good friends now. She's one of my best friends, but I sacrificed so much of who I was in like the hope that me doing that and being like with her in her world, I can have as much as I want of this excitement, right? She was like, there was excitement there. There was like, like some kind of like artistic vibe to it and so on. And I neglected myself, because the moment I would be all that I can be, she wouldn't express all of those things. Those things came out because I made myself small. I neglected everything that I put like into the friendship or into like all of that. And that made her shine. Of course, there was enabling, like we've talked about this. This is not a healthy thing. But I realize now, if I want to be the center of my social circle, that is going to feel like that feeling that I hoped for, I will get there. It does, as I said, it does not mean that all of those 10 friends have to be friends altogether. But, and that's the whole thing, you do not need one friend that you can share everything with. That is just asking too much of everybody. There's no way one person will completely understand you. I don't care what type they are. I don't care if you've grown up in the same city, or if you have the same hobbies, or if you like the same music. There's not one person in this world who will ever completely understand you. There is none. Like, no matter how much we share, we're all so unique, and that's a good thing. And so the moment I realized that, and I realized, well, the best way for me to actually get all of that I'm hoping for in a social circle, so I do not feel isolated, so I do have the support system that I need, so I have like all of that I personally want, I'm just gonna find friends that I can share different things with and that will support me with certain things. Like with this one friend, we share our joy for traveling. And it's not just traveling, that is just like a symbol of what our friendship represents. When we're together, we forget time. There's no planning. There is just being in the moment, enjoying everything that's going on with us. And every time I'm with her, like that's what comes out. And I need that in my life. I really do need that. And like that's everything I talk about. Like you can't expect not to be affected by your friends or by the people around you. That's why it's so important to either set boundaries or to like be really clear about who you want in your life or not. And like if people don't make you feel good, something has to change. Like I'm not accepting that. Like I do not have toxic relationships in my life at all. I have changed and set boundaries with my parents, my friends, people that I used to work with. Now, of course, I have the freedom to decide altogether who I work with. Like I don't even take like every client. Like it has to be something where I feel like, well, we talk to each other on a certain level and you have your expectations of me, but in the end, like it has to match. Like I also have expectations of what I like, how I want to be treated and what kind of like what I think I'm valuable for and how. And if this is not the way you can treat me, then all the best to you, not happening, right? So same thing with the friends. Then I have a friend that I share, how should I say? She's very down to earth. And she's very much about like, giving me stability in like this real world, so to say, that it's outside of my head. Like I enjoy that, and she enjoys me for getting her outside of like the norm, so to say. That's like something we both benefit from. And certain situations, when they get hard for me, she's the one I turn to. And in certain situations, she turns to me. But as she is one of my 6-7 friends, I'm one of her 6-7 friends. And those are close friends. This is not like this, oh, I'm an extrovert, I have so many superficial friendships. Like I really, really cherish my friendships and they mean a lot to me. But they mean so much to me because I do not have to sacrifice who I am. So I do, like, my friends know, for example, that I'm doing this channel thing, right? But that does not mean that they watch my videos, that they know what the content is about. I don't even talk to them about like, this is how my business is going. I talk about it with my brother and I say, yeah, I made like that kind of money like this month and like that went really well and so on. And I was able to help that person so much and but that's just not something I share with my friends because this is just not what our friendship is built on. But I still don't feel like I'm not being authentic with them. I understand, they're, they know that I'm doing this. I'm not hiding it, but actually we connect on other things. And it doesn't have to be like a specific topic as in we both like art. It can be something that when I'm with her, I can like get my sensitive side out. Or when I'm with her, I can get my competitive side out. Like or my sportive, but like, it doesn't really have to be a thing. It's more of like a feeling and a connection and people give you certain things and there's an exchange there. And without me realizing it, now I do have this social circle that is like incredible. I have a support system that every time something comes up in my life that I'm worried about, whatever it is, like if it's like, oh, my business, or if it was, oh, my parents, or like I have this kind of problem with him or whatever it is, there are always people that I can turn to and know that I can have fun with them. I can like turn to them and talk to them about different topics. And I have all the support I need. That's what we need when we say, I want to have social circle and I want to have support and I want to have fun. And then with one friend, you can go like, who loves to go bar hopping with you and likes to go and have fun. And with another friend, you can go and have lunch with and enjoy that because there's like this atmosphere with. And with another one, you can go to wellness. Like all of that is part of who you are because not once do you have to sacrifice who you are. You can bring everything out that you are in your life. The whole thing is when we have like this one friend that we expect everything from or to, it's like, because I have all those needs and I try to get them all fulfilled with that person or with like, I have to sacrifice so much or there's like a payoff or something like this. But if you say it's about getting all my needs met through my life, It's not about that specific person or that specific person. That is my, like, I want to have it fulfilled through my life. And then I see, oh, in this area, I would like some more excitement and some support and so on. Who of my friends can I connect more with that I feel we both can benefit from a closer bond? And that's how I do it with all of them. And, as I said, like, I went from one person, and it was really like, it was one person, then I went like outside the country, and then it was only that other person, and I kind of like always switched them. And like, that was, of course, like the moment I was gone, it's like the next person. It wasn't even something that I was so committed to. And now I actually broadened that, and I have, instead of like one friend, or before like no friend, I have like my 6 girlfriends that I love, and they give me everything that I need. And this wouldn't have happened. And I have like a great relationship with my brother, my mom, like whatever it is, like romantic relationship, like all of that is like additionally to improve my life. I do not sacrifice certain things. I do not make payoffs. And this is how you can approach this if you feel isolated. Don't look for that one person, that one situation that will like, that you kind of like can put yourself into their world, and then you're gonna be happy. That's exactly the same way when I was thinking there's this group, and like, oh, it would be so great, and I could just adapt myself into that group. And I was always looking and thinking, God, every group that I meet, like, it's boring, doesn't understand me. And the same way with like, okay, that's that one friend, and I'm gonna be in their world, and then I can get a little bit of my needs met. It's here, it's who you are. And then you just add and make your life better by, broadening your horizon, by sharing something with a person, like joy and love, because this is what it is. When you have fun, it's the more you share it, the more it amplifies. So there's a benefit for everybody, and you don't have to feel like I'm neglecting that person because I'm not giving them all of my attention. So the friend that I was talking to you about when I was 20, my INFP friend, that like back then I knew everything about her, and it wasn't just facts, like I still know those facts, but like her world was so like evident in my mind that like it just overwhelmed everything. And now I do not see her world so much. I really do not see her creativity so much. I really don't see her like inner beauty that much as I used to. And that's not a bad thing, because the payoff that I'm doing here is that I see my own beauty more. There's nothing wrong with like seeing the beautiful thing in the people around you. But if it means that you're doing that because you are neglecting yourself, then it's just not healthy, and it's not good for that person, because at some point you're gonna need more for yourself as well. I always talk about this cup that you keep on giving, and if it's not full, you give more and more, and then you just have that little less, and then there's less you can give, and you kind of like vanish who you are, and people can't even appreciate you because you don't appreciate yourself. So the more I focused on creating this world around me, I still love my friend, I still have a great relationship with her, but I'm not focused on everything she does and who she is and so on. And I was scared to do that. I thought that would make me a bad person, but I realized no, that's just a normal thing, and I have to like get used to the fact that I cannot have people that close to me, because if that means that I will lose myself in them. I need to have a certain thing where I make the rules. I am the one who says in what direction my life is going. I say who's going to be in my life, what do I like, how much do I allow people to influence me. Like I decide that. I don't put myself, and you've always been deciding this. It's just like I used to decide to neglect my own wishes. So that's how it all changed. That's how I became not isolated and having a support system and actually helping people around me. And it became easier. It used to be so much work to like have friendships and to like sustain them. And now I know every time I meet a friend, that gives me so much. And then I meet another friend, and that gives me also so much. And because I have all of them, that combination is what gives me the life force that helps me. Like that's one aspect that helps me to grow even more. Okay, I hope that helped you. Let me know in the comments if you feel isolated, how you approach that, if that approach that I just talked about resonated with you. If you liked the video, please guys give it a thumbs up and subscribe and subscribe. I wish you a great day and I'll talk to you next time. Bye guys.